Welcome to the Lead Like a Boss podcast. Advice and inspiration from real entrepreneurs for real entrepreneurs just like you. At 34, Nicolas had it all. Luxury vacations, a thriving business, but deep down inside, he had a dark secret. He was drinking himself to death and he was deeply in debt. Hey everybody, it's George K from Lead Like a Boss. And man, I've got an interesting story for you. It's a roller coaster ride. It's a hot mess, but at least at the end, it's a success story. Nicolas Rabouille, thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks, George.
So, Nick, why don't you start off with telling people briefly what Rablab is?
Yeah.
And then we're going to dive into your backstory to really help unpack for the audience, how you got here. And guys, you're going to love this. So, Nick, let's hear what Rablab is, and then we're going to get into your backstory.
You're setting the bar high.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So basically Rablab is a digital marketing agency specialized in search engine. So we generate traffic for our clients with Google and ChatGPT also now, and paid ads, organic traffic. We work with medium-sized clients and large clients like L'Oréal, Club Med, Groupe Technique, the driving schools. So basically, businesses that have a few $100,000 to $1 million of online marketing budget, and we manage all of this budget for everything Google Ads.
So I understand that you're really specialized in what you do. I know in the early days you did a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to get really specialized in Google? I think Google and now more with the LLMs.
Yeah.
What was the reason? Why did you decide to do that?
It was because the market was shit, basically. So in the COVID, every agencies like us boomed. Like shops were closed, retail was closed. Everyone was switching to e-commerce. So there was lots of demand for like internet marketing, social marketing, anything that could drive sales because retail sales were dead.
Yeah.
So we did grow a lot in that period, and we had social media specialists, social media ad buying, Google Ads, SEO, programmatic, where you actually buy in website real estates as banners, or even like digital out of home ads, and everyone kind of became the same. Like everyone was doing that. Everyone was trying to hire, to grow. Everyone was growing, so getting employees was hard. You had to pay lots.
Was it driving prices down?
No, it was driving prices up by a lot.
Okay.
And everyone was growing, so getting labor and workforce was hard. So you had to overbid salaries, give them more, better work conditions, etc. So we went from paying an average $50,000 a year for an employee to something more like 60, 65 in a period of 3 years.
Wow.
And prices went up, and we had this big client. We used to do all the media buying for Vans, the shoes company, and they decided that they in 2023 that they wanted to bring everything back to the U.S. To their headquarters and manage all of their ads globally for all of the world in California.
Oh boy!
And this was a $600,000 client for us.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we were making about almost north to a little bit less than a $4 million back then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a huge account. That's a huge account.
Yeah, it was And when they left, we figured that when they left, it left a big hole in our profitability, and we figured out that they were making 95% of our profits.
Wow.
So we kind of...
Oh, wow. So it's okay. I understand. So it's not just a question of the volume of dollars. It's the percentage of profit.
They were actually keeping us alive.
Gotcha.
And thing is, we And I tell my employees all the time, like, we don't know what we're doing. Like, I don't have an MBA. I didn't build businesses before. This is it's been 10 years, yes, but never done it before. I don't have a manual, instruction manual, you know? And
Nobody does, just so you know. Just
like
so you know.
nobody knows what they do, but they think we do.
And the MBAs think they do too.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
so you were forced to pivot, basically.
oh yeah, and the thing is that we got vans pretty early on, maybe in year 3 or 4 we got vans, and from there we grew. It was a good flagship client, gave us credibility.
For sure.
We built up around this, so and we kept them for like 6 years.
Wow.
And like when they left,
And you learned a lot, I'm sure.
oh yeah, but what I learned is that 2 employees were making all of the profit of our 40 employee business.
My goodness.
And because we kind of built around it, you know, support here, another team there, and the R&D, and more time for like formation, training. And like and our employees, they work 4 days even to this day they work 4 days a week, and then they're paid for the whole year. So we give them like really good incentives. But when Vans left, man, we were fucked.
Wow.
Like, we started losing 50 grand a month.
Wow.
Every month we were losing like $50,000. And I mean, a service company is not supposed to lose money.
It's, you know, it's funny. It makes me think of this. I don't know if it's a Greek saying. I'll have to check it out. But if the gods want to mess you up, you know, they give you 8 years or something like that of success right out the gate. You know, because you don't learn those lessons that you need to learn suffering to get to your first big tier client, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it sounds a little bit like what you guys had to face. So that's amazing. So let's go into some of the lessons that you learned. Because when we did our prep call, you know, you were really transparent with me, and I really appreciate that. It sounds like you had a thought in your head. You wanted to talk.
Well, you asked me before, like, why did we pivot?
Yeah.
So, like, we did pivot because we lost, like, this big clients and we were losing money. And basically, what market was down. It's when the market started going down in 2023. And basically, we were like any other agencies. We're like, we all do the same things. We don't have plus value.
Yeah, so everyone's vanilla.
Everyone's doing the same thing. And my partner, we thought we were gonna lose everything, and I actually, had a meeting with my partner, and which is my best friend, and he's part of my family, and we were like, what are we gonna do about this? And he's like, and he's the one, and I'm usually the one coming up with the ideas, but this one was his, and it was a great fucking idea. And he was like, you know what? We've always been like search is in our DNA. Like, I know about search, he knows about search, and SEO is always like the building blocks of our agencies, and Google has as well. It's like, let's go, man. Let's
Scrap
go, like,
the rest.
Yeah, let's go like full focus on that. We will cut jobs, and this is where we went from like 40 employee to like, it was maybe 15. I can't have the numbers right, but in the
It's a big drop, more than half.
And so we're gonna cut expenses. We're gonna keep clients that are actually in the search, and we're gonna double down on that. We did that. It was a rough part because, first of all, we had to cut lots of people we loved deeply.
Yep.
And also, our employees, some of them, they were like, "You guys are gonna die." Yeah. Like, you can't just focus. You can't do web marketing without doing like social and emails. And
Too specialized,
especially in Quebec because it's a small market. And we lost like key employees doing that, and we're like, "Fuck, are we doing the right thing?" And turned out, man, with the rise of LLMs, the rise of AI, basically ranking on LLMs is SEO kind of.
SEO plus.
Yeah, it's the same but different. And like right now we're thriving. Like, it was the best move we ever did, but you don't know when you do it.
You know, I don't know that I've ever read about an entrepreneur that doesn't have something along those lines. You know, something along the lines of this isn't working and I've got to try something that's really different, and that, of course, different equals risky.
Yeah.
And yeah, for everyone that tries that, there's like 1,000 that fail, and maybe more, 10,000 that fail. So yeah, it is risky. It does pay off. We know that the higher the risk, the greater the reward if you're doing it right. But I get the feeling that because of the nature of the way you run your business, you talk about your people being like your family, and it sounds like it's more than just about the job, and it's more than just about the dollars. I bet that if that didn't work, you probably would have pivoted to something else that would have worked. You would have kept going until you found something that worked.
We're pretty stubborn.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that that's a universal thing. But I like the fact that you were able to catch another wave and to work on it. But I wanted to talk about something really quickly. I remember a book that I read years ago, and an entrepreneur. This is during the .com craziness, and his company went from like 0 to like 400 people, like in a heartbeat. And then of course the .com bubble burst. And in the book, he talks about being in a meeting with his board. And one of the senior board members came up to him and said, "Listen, you could take care of 400 people really, really badly, or you could take care of 200 people really, really well." Mm. And that was when he had to make the decision to lay off half of his staff to give the company a chance to survive and to grow. And it sounds like you had to make that same tough call.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was exactly that. It's like, either we cut half of it or everyone loses their job.
Yeah.
Plus we lose everything we went on and built. But that's one thing. But then we'll hear another part of the story where I was gonna lose way more than my business.
Yeah. We'll get into that. Looking at that time, because you're a fairly young entrepreneur. Thinking about the other entrepreneurs out there, people listening to this podcast. I mean, everybody who listens to the Lead Like a Boss podcast, they understand that this is the place where you can come to get real shit, like the real information, not the stuff that you read in business magazines or in business books, because that information is good. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's not the real thing. It's not like you're sitting at your desk and you got to write those checks, or you got to transfer that money into that payroll account, and you go to yourself, holy shit, once I send all that money, how am I going to frickin' pay the light bill? Like, there's like nothing left. Those are the kinds of decisions that you've got to make. What advice would you give to let's say your younger self, before they got into that situation, with regards to like, what do you need to have to be able to make those decisions? Like, I mean, not just have in terms of like your guts, and your willpower, but what information do you think people should have before they get into that situation, or when they're in that situation?
You just gave me chills, man, because you sent me back to a period of my life that was really, really hard. And I mean, I usually don't think about it that much.
No, none of us do.
And now the way you described it, I mean, I was there, man, and it was a fucking hard time. Man. Yeah, man, really emotionally, it hit me emotionally. So yeah, what I would tell my younger self, and this is something I tell myself all the time now. It's like, everything's temporary. Everything. But like, bad time, but good times also. It's like, when you have a good run, man, enjoy it. Because if things are going well, they will come and fuck you up later.
Oh, yeah.
And when things are going badly, you don't know for how long, but it's going to end, and things are gonna get sorted out. So if this is something that I learned in that phase, is that, like, it's so cliche, man, but there's a reason why it's cliche. It's because it's true. And it's like, everything happens for a reason, and like, everything's temporary as well.
Yep.
And when I say everything happens for a reason, is that the year 2023 I'm gonna remember for the rest of my life. It was the worst part of my fucking life, and I wouldn't want to go back to it. ever, and I don't wish it on anyone. But like, it's the hardest part of my life, but it's also the most important one
Because?
because I've learned so many stuff. I became an adult in that part of my life. I actually got my shit together in that part of my life, whereas I was a man child before. And
Do you think entrepreneurs today realize how tough things can get?
people are delusional, man. So am I. It's like you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know until you know, and it's like even now I'm like, oh well, things are going well now after like 2 years of shit, but I don't know what's gonna happen in like a year or two. Like my dad died this summer.
Oh wow.
Everything was going well until my dad died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like something's waiting for you at the turn, and it's not only for entrepreneurs, man. It's
life
for everyone.
Yeah. So okay, so times are going well, sales are coming in, money's flowing. What do you tell your younger self as a cautionary tale based on what you just finished saying? You know, things are going to change. You know, the roller coaster goes up, the roller coaster goes down. What do you say to your younger self that
Nothing,
will?
man.
No, you got to just live it.
He needs to
Live it.
actually live it.
Okay.
That's the way I see it.
Okay.
I needed to live that part of my life so I can learn from it, so I can see world differently now.
Okay.
Because the way I was seeing world back then is not the way I see the world now. It fundamentally changed me.
Fair enough. I mean, we've all been there where we're talking to somebody and we're trying to give them advice, and in their head, in their mind, what we're saying means nothing. It has no bearing on them because they just say, "You don't understand. You don't get it."
Context. You don't know. My situation's different. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I get you. You're right. I mean, I'm a parent. I've got 3 adult children, and I remember, you know, when they go through those phases, you know, you tell them things like, you know, save for a rainy day, and you know, put some of it aside, and blah blah blah, and they're like, oh yeah, whatever, and they just don't get it. And years later, obviously, you know, they'll say, Dad was right. If I would have done this, if I would have done that, and I've done that with my own parents.
That's how
you know,
you change your behaviors.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, so you got to go through it. You got to go through it to understand it.
And I would say, like, I would have this victim mentality going through it at the beginning. I'm like, oh, why is this happening to me? I'm unlucky, whatever, blah blah blah. It's like, no, you need if it's happening to you, there's something to gain knowledge out of this.
So figuring out what that is.
And it's important to do it.
Yeah.
Because so many people, and I was like that before, so many people, they go through hardships, blaming others and saying this is my fault, whatever. But at the end of the day, man, it's all up to you. So, like, go through it, accept the faith, and learn something about it, because there is something to learn about it, either you like it or not.
Yeah, it's a growth situation. I get it. Okay, so let's dig in now. You had this period of growth.
Yeah.
I mean, times were good, money was flowing.
I was living my best life, man.
So tell us what that looked like. Like, what was the typical week for Nicolas? What was it like?
You know, I'm coming from average income family. So for me, I had my condo, I was paying my hypothèque, my
mortgage,
my bill, my mortgage. I have my
And you were how old? You were all?
I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe 34.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at an age where the average person today is just barely getting out of school and barely getting out of their parents' basement, you know, you had your own place. And
I have my own place. I have an RV. I go to Florida and Texas in the winter. I'm a fucking snowbird. I love it. I go to restaurants every day. I eat, we cook and stuff that is pre-made. I have the maid at home. I'm just working, enjoying life. I'm working pretty hard. I mean, I'm still working, but like, I got like all my needs are covered.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine.
You're pampering yourself.
Yeah, I don't do anything that I don't want to do. Like I pay for stuff. I delegate stuff that I don't want to do. I pay for stuff that I want to do. I have enough money to buy whatever I need. I'm not buying a yacht or anything, but it's like I can pay for my restaurants or all of my stuff, and I have.
You had all the toys.
Yeah,
yeah.
Life's good.
Yeah,
life's
okay.
good.
How did you feel?
I thought I was feeling good. Like it's weird, okay? Because now looking back to it, I was actually always buying stuff to make me feel better for like 2 weeks. So I was always buying shit. And I was actually feeling good because I was always buying shit. You know what I mean? But it's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah.
But
a bottle of booze or a shot of cocaine or whatever, that'll make you feel good too.
I was drinking every day for I was feeling really good. But I was also like numbing myself because in my mind I was successful and I was happy about it. I had good money. I was not a millionaire, but I was making
well for a 30-something-year-old kid.
Yeah.
It might as well have been $1 million.
Yeah, I was happy about it. I was like, yeah, I got everything I need. Blah blah blah, and but I couldn't be alone. If I was alone, my girlfriend wasn't there, I would call somebody up, meet up with someone, video game online with my friends on Discord, whatever. I would never be alone. I was fat. I was also really overweight. I was at 280 pounds.
Oof.
I was really fat. I was drinking every day, a lot, like a bottle of wine every day minimum. I
Wow.
was hangover basically every morning. But it was a lifestyle, man. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, hold on a second. You said that I got the sense that you were saying like you couldn't be alone.
Yeah.
Not I didn't want to be alone. I heard
Oh, yeah.
couldn't be alone.
I was not good in my head.
Okay.
But
So what were you telling yourself? When you were alone?
Yeah.
What was the record that was playing?
I don't know, man. I was insecure.
Okay.
Lots of insecurity. Lots of. I've always been, well, less now, but really scared of dying for some reason. Really, really scared of dying. Like in my mind, when you die, well, not anymore, but in that time, when you die, everything it's like sleeping without dreaming. You're not aware and you just vanish.
You're off.
Yeah.
It's like turning a computer off. It's off. It's
And
off. It's done.
I had like big anxiety problems also. Like when I was hangover, I would feel like I would have a heart attack and scared of dying. Plus, I was overweight and smoking cigarettes every day. So it's like
So
my health is not good.
eating shit, drinking way too much.
Oh yeah.
Smoking, probably not
moving
sleeping enough, probably.
No.
Wow.
But
And overstimulating yourself with games and all the rest of it.
oh yeah, but like from an outer perspective, I was successful though.
Yeah, you were driving
what
a
I
nice
mean?
car. You had your vacations.
Yeah.
You were probably wearing
I mean, who in that
brand
age,
names.
I was 34 years old.
Yeah.
Being a snowbird with
You were
retired
like you're like a
people.
baller.
I was a fucking baller, man, for my age. I mean, that's the way I saw it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
But like, and that would make me think that I'm fine, you know?
Okay, so so Vans leaves.
Yeah. And
And the shit hits the fan. Now you're saying that you were bleeding $50K a month.
Yeah.
How did that? I mean, it sounds to me like you were pretty fragile already, even when things were going well. I mean, that must have really fucked you up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And I was actually in Texas, in my RV while this happened. And being far from it is also like adding one, layer of complexity to it. So basically, yeah, we lose Vans. But they actually told us in advance that they were gonna leave, so we kind of had like 2 months to prepare. But we didn't prepare well enough. At the same time, it was a perfect storm, man. At the same time, Van leaves. We had an internet company in Quebec that got acquired by Cogeco. Cogeco has all of the marketing in-house. So they basically said, fuck off, we lost $200,000 there.
Wow.
Yearly value of the client. Another client got bought off. It was les souliers panda shoes for kids.
Yep.
They got bought off, and they were also like, well, we got our marketing somewhere else. Don't need you anymore. Cool. We had another big client that this one we actually just lost because it was not working anymore. And another client that wanted to go like in the rest of Canada, but we told them, you're not ready for it. Like, your brand isn't French. You don't have any sales there, whatever. You need to prepare better. And they were like, no, we just want to try it out. And they were like, we're going to go with an agency in Toronto that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, they know Western Canada.
And they're back now as a client.
Wow,
that's
we won't name names.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the thing is that we lost not only Vans, we lost like four big clients
So
at
the
the same
shit
time.
really hit the fan.
Oh yeah. And then I come back home. I'm like, yeah, vacation's over. Let's go back home. Let's figure this stuff out. And basically, what I didn't tell you is that at the same actual time, we were building a second office, which is a chalet. How do you say chalet?
Yeah, we say chalet in
Like
English too. It's like a
summer
country
house,
home. Yeah.
Country home. $1 million house.
Wow.
We were building because things were going well. We didn't have money in the bank. We did commit to buy this $1 million chalet. And at the same time, it was time to build it because we did commit.
You had
to
a
the
commitment.
prefab.
Yeah.
It was prefab. So it's like,
It's done.
it's like we're delivering it now. Like, get your shit together. We're like, okay, can't back down. We have the land, we have everything. Like, and everything happens like so quickly, right? So we're like, okay, we gotta fire some people, but at the same time, we need like $500.
Need revenue.
We need $500 to pay for the chalet, because we went to the bank and we were like, oh, we're building this chalet, but they're like, oh yeah, but your business, like, are you gonna, what kind of revenue? And we're like, oh, it's in second office, and they're like, well, that's not how it works. You need to put in like 30% down, and you know what? We're not gonna borrow you the money. Actually, what you're gonna do is that you will front all of the money, build the chalet. Once it's gonna be done,
Then we'll finance
you
it.
evaluate it, and then we finance it. And we're like,
Wow.
oh fuck.
Wow.
Okay, we did have like $400,000.
Yeah, but you weren't planning on putting it all into
No.
this building.
We had the money.
That was your operating cash.
Exactly. And at the same time, we're bleeding $5,000 a month.
$50,000 a month.
$50,000 a month. Yeah, sorry.
If it was 5, you would have been happy.
Oh yeah, it would have been nice. So what happens is like we take $400-something thousand out of our bank account, and we put it in the chalet. But now we're like, we don't have any more money. We do have.
Was
like
that
this,
before or after all these clients left?
like at the same time?
Oh
man.
my goodness.
Like, at the same time, like let's say we know we lose Vans, we have to pay the chalet, we get the money out, and then this client's like, oh we're leaving. So it was like, what the hell is going? It was confusing. It was really confusing. It's like everything's going so well, and now out of nowhere, everything.
It was like a well-coordinated attack.
Oh yeah, it was crazy. And
My
so
goodness.
like we get $400,000 out of our bank account, and then we're bleeding money, and then we're like, oh, we must stop bleeding money. So we fire some people, but we still bleed money, because at this point we did a first layoff phase.
First round, yeah.
Yeah, we were still losing like $5,000 to $10,000 a month. Wow. Because we're like, oh, we're gonna get more clients and get this back on track, but never happened.
Wow.
So
Isn't that crazy how that works? I mean, you spend years building your reputation and all the rest of it, and then just one thing happens. It's like taking a snowball and just rolling it down a hill, and after 5 minutes, the thing is a monster.
yeah, but it's also like a series of bad decisions. It's like not knowing our KPIs well enough, not having all of our financials. Per
Did you have
clients.
like a CFO?
No, we were winging it. You know what I mean? And we didn't have like high-end financial knowledge. We were just happening to have a company that was growing.
You were making it as fast as you were spending it, basically.
Yeah, my partner would always say, "We're building the plane as we're flying it." You know what I mean? So yeah, man, we didn't have that kind of knowledge yet, so we didn't even know that Vans was making all of the profit. We didn't even know all about that.
So you weren't studying your market very well.
No, well, we didn't know about we were paying people based on our gut feelings, like how much should they. We're telling this person, oh, you will earn 65 grand a year, based on nothing, not based on what they could provide in revenue, not based on
The
nothing.
market, nothing.
Because like everyone, we had so many clients, we needed to
Right.
hire people fast, and everyone was looking for employees, and we're competing against each other.
I think it would be easy for people like looking back at this kind of story and saying, "Oh, those guys were stupid," and what were they thinking? But I think people. I mean, it's easy to judge like that when you're not in that situation, but let's face it, it happens today. I mean, people hire crazy fast when the market is growing, but they also lay off crazy fast when the market goes the other way. And both of those things are dangerous. Both of those decisions are dangerous unless you know why you're making those decisions. Like what is the business reason for making those decisions? And I think there's kind of like a monkey see, monkey do. Like, oh, if he's doing it, I better do it. And it may not always be the case. And I think we're seeing that. I mean, just look at the way the markets move. You get a few big players that sell something or whatever, and then all of a sudden the whole market starts sloshing over to the other side. And I think the lesson that I'm hearing from your story is that take a minute to understand where the money's coming from and where the money's going and why, because that could save you maybe some grief.
But when times are good, you're like, that's a waste of time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, the way I see it is, you don't know what you don't know. And when business good, why would you spend time like doing that instead of keeping on growing and making more money? And I think that's a mistake in itself, but that's the way I was thinking.
I think that's the way most immature businesses behave.
Yeah.
And when I say immature, obviously I'm not. I mean immature in the sense that they haven't been punched in the face enough.
Exactly. Yes.
I mean, it goes back to what you were saying before. You can tell people what they're supposed to do, but until they get punched in the face and they understand what an ice pack is for, now I know. Now I know what an ice pack is for, because when you get punched in the face, you need an ice pack. But before you get punched in the face, what do I need this ice pack for? It's like, I don't need this. Yeah, I get you. I understand. Okay, so is that rock bottom?
No, not yet.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So basically, we're at $400 something thousand. We're bleeding money. We do lay off people. We still bleed money like to the 5 to 10 a month. And my mom calls and she's like, "Your dad has cancer."
Wow.
So then it's like, oh yeah, okay, cool.
Did you have like a bottle of whiskey like right next to your dad's?
And then I'm drinking the shit out of everything. I'm drinking every day. And in this period of time, like, I don't even know. I'm with my girlfriend for like maybe 7, 8 years. And I'm like, I don't even know who I am anymore. Because it's like life punched me in the face real bad, because I say life punched me in the face. I did all of the decision that made me end up
You
there.
put your face in the right place for life to punch it.
Oh yeah, exactly. So basically, the more it goes, the more I hear bad news, the more it sucks, the more I drink.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get into this event where it's called the Ballon Noir. It's an event for like all of the big marketing agencies in Montreal are there. They're raising money for mental health. So I'm like in
That's
the worst.
ironic.
Oh yeah, it is so ironic. So I get in there, drink until I black out, and wake up in a police car.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So and then I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? And I'm still drunk, and I'm like, I'm a mess. And like I get arrested in front like of lots of
all your colleagues,
people,
and potential clients.
But I hit this guy. Like I hit someone on the arm because I disagree with him, and he's actually working for a competitor of mine. So then I wake up in the next morning. I'm hungover as fuck. I don't even know how or why I got arrested. All I know is that I got a date to go to court and show up because
what was the charge?
Assault.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And then, man, this is where everything falls down. Like, then I'm like, what the hell am I doing with my life? Like, I have an alcohol problem. that's when I realized I'm like, I have an alcohol problem. My business is gonna.
You got an
go
anger
bankrupt.
management problem?
I got an anger. That I still have. I have like a fire inside of me that I don't know how to. Like I do sports now, but it used to be alcohol that would kind of keep it down a little.
Mm.
But like, so yeah, like my business is not going well, and then I'm like, what the hell am I doing with my life? I'm gonna lose everything, and who the fuck
And you're
am I?
so young.
Yeah, and I feel like shit, and I'm like, what am I still doing with my girlfriend? Like in that, it was a rough patch with
It
my
sounds like
girlfriend.
it sounds amazing that you were able to hold on to her. I mean, given
I didn't.
Okay.
We're basically like co-lux,
Roommates.
you know, like I was always busy going out, drinking.
Yeah, you had
going to
your life,
restaurants.
she had her life, and that was it.
Yeah, and still like that because it's like she's not an entrepreneur, and I'm basically working all the time, and it's fine that way. We once a week we spend a day together, and it's like perfect day. Like we have all of her attention, and it's perfect days, but like she's used to me working all the time and not being there around a lot. But in that time, it's like it's even worse because now it's like I need some support in my life, and she tries to provide it for me, but she doesn't know how. So it was a really, really bad time, and unfortunately, I had my partner JP, which is my business partner since the beginning, and my best friend. And if it wasn't for him, man, I would be lost because when I got arrested and everything, and like the general manager of the agency that I hit the guy, they called my HR girl, and she's like, he's got to resign. He's an asshole. What the fuck are you doing? And my partner...
Your competitor called your HR department calling for your resignation.
Yeah.
That takes balls.
I know. And I mean, she wasn't wrong. I mean, I would have never resigned, to be honest. But it's like she wasn't wrong. I acted like a fucking asshole there. I was not nice.
Well, I mean, if you were in a public company, you would have been forced to resign under those circumstances. Yeah. But, you know, when you're in a private company,
exactly.
I mean...
But I expected my partner to be mad at me. And, like, that night, he came home. And he came home, hugged me, we cried. And he's like, I'm always going to be there for you, man.
Wow.
And we're going to go through all of this together. Because he was also he was in the same position as I was. He had to deal with it.
Okay, also. So hold on a second. I need to understand something. Where did you get the emotional maturity? I mean, we can't get into his story and what his backstory is right now, you know, very much. But like you said before, when you're not ready to hear something, no matter how wise, you know, the advice, you know, you don't listen to it. You don't hear it in one ear and out the other, right?
Yeah.
So what was it that clicked? What was it that made you click? What was it that made you, when you heard him say that at that moment, that made you say, you know, yeah, I do need to do something? Was it just getting arrested, or was it something else?
I mean, it was the accumulation of all of this.
So that might have been your rock bottom.
Yeah, it was, definitely. It's like, I don't know if I want to stay with my girlfriend. I don't know what our business is going to be. But it was like, you're going to get through this. I'm going to support you no matter what. And it really, really, I was like, okay, man, I fucked up really pretty badly. And him saying that was really meaningful for me. And I was like, I can't let him down.
You think you were looking for punishment?
No.
No?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that I was not... I had a pretty easy life. All of my life was always pretty easy. Things always worked out before that.
Was it you not knowing how to handle success?
It was me not being mature, man. It was me being a man-child. It was me being whatever the fuck I wanted. And that's...
Are we talking entitlement? You felt you deserved it?
I don't know.
That doesn't sound right to me, because, you know, you were, excuse the expression, but you were fucking yourself up. You were self-sabotaging.
Oh yeah,
I mean, and you're an intelligent man. I mean, you know that what you were doing was wrong. When I say wrong, I don't mean. I mean, morals aside, like this isn't a morality show here, but you, from a tactical point of view, as a businessman, as a manager, as a human being, you know that eating too much, smoking too much, drinking too much, all those things are not going to help your life and not going to help your business. Yeah. So it wasn't a question of you didn't know what you were doing. So it sounds to me like, you just either didn't believe you deserved it, or you just needed that hit to keep you going. I'm not sure.
I don't think I was looking for it, but I was definitely needing that hit to move on and be a better person at the end of the day. Because the way I see it is I've had a pretty easy life. Like when I was born, I had to do 7 years of physical therapy because I had complications when I was born. So my mother always pampered me. She was like, "You suffered so much when you came into this world. You will never suffer again."
Oh boy!
And my parents were. My dad was an engineer. My mom was not working. She was taking care of us, and I never missed anything. We were super rich, but I never missed anything.
Gotcha.
Anything I wanted, I got it. But life was always easy. I went to private school. I went to all of this stuff.
Gotcha.
So it's life was always easy. And I think in that sense, since it's always been easy, I didn't have any self-esteem because I was everything's handed to me. I think that's the unconscious part.
Especially, so now I'm seeing some stuff here because, you're obviously an intelligent person. Your parents sound like they were well educated if your father's an engineer. So I think intelligent people, they know that that's not the way it's supposed to work. They know that adversity is the rite of passage. They know that you've got to suffer a little bit.
Adversity in my life.
Yeah. So you created some.
Yeah. Unconsciously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I get you.
Yes.
All right. So you hit rock bottom.
Yeah. Oh wait, it's not finished. But wait, there's more. We finished building that chalet. We don't have enough money, so we have to borrow it.
Yeah, you have to lend it out.
Yeah, so we need $1 million, remember? So we do put our house in second mortgage. So that's my partner. And we keep on losing money. And our credit line of $400,000 is maxed out at our business. So we're
I can only imagine what happens next.
Yeah, we end up owing $1,100,000 in short-term loans. We're paying almost $10,000 every month in interest. And our credit line is maxed out at minus $400,000, and we can't get any more money. And we're still losing $20,000, $10,000 this month or whatever.
Goodness.
So we have to reach out to my partner's parents to get money to make payroll. And I have no idea what we're doing. We have no plan whatsoever to actually get through it. And we finished building the chalet. It's a nice chalet. It's amazing. It's luxurious. And on the outside, you're like, oh, these guys are killing it. They have this $1 million chalet. We're broke as fuck, man. And
you're worse than broke. You were bleeding cash like crazy.
Yeah. And we called the bank and we're like, we got it evaluated for I think it was 900,000 something. Now can we have the hypothèque, the mortgage? And they're like, oh well, no sir, you cannot.
Yeah, because your business isn't making any money.
Oh yeah. So now this is the actual rock bottom because I have $1 million. We have $1 million in debt that is costing us $10,000 a month, and we have no way to repay it.
No revenue. Well, not enough revenue. You have revenue, obviously,
no revenue,
but you have enough. You have revenue, but it's nowhere near enough to cover your expenses.
Plus, we don't have a mortgage for it. Wow. Because the play was we will get it mortgaged and then we're gonna pay back our.
Because that's what they told you. And we all know banks never lie. I mean, come on. Banks are always
pissed, man. And
no kidding.
It's a good thing that it was in virtual meeting. A really good thing because I would.
You might have end up in another police car
again. Oh, that's for sure. I was enraged. I mean, this person could have make us all lose our house,
Yeah.
lose our business because this fucking person did this stupid mistake.
Yeah.
I resent this person.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I mean, yes, you got yourself into a mess, but you went through that whole play on the house, the building, the chalet,
Yeah.
because you thought you'd be able to use that as leverage to be able to refinance your business.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they told you they would do.
Yeah.
So I get that.
That is what they told us to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
Wow.
like, don't worry about it. Do that. It's gonna be fine. We do it, and then they're like, well, nope, not anymore. Sorry. They told us market is changing.
Yeah. That's the classic
Yeah.
reason.
So this was the actual rock bottom.
Wow.
Not knowing if I could repay that
Wow.
chalet.
I mean, look, I think 99% of people, if not more, at that point would have just like called it quits.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, it's like, here, take the keys. Like,
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
You know, like that's it.
Yeah. I mean, that if you think about it, that's like $1.5 million you don't know how you're gonna get back.
10K a month just in payments, just in interest payments. Like, wow. Okay, so and you're 30 what at this point?
34, something like that.
Okay. So how'd you turn it around? Because we heard at the beginning of the podcast that
Yeah.
you know things are going okay.
Yeah.
I mean that's a huge. So like you're fat as fuck.
Yeah.
You're drinking your ass off.
Yeah.
You're getting into brawls at events. You're getting arrested. You're $1.5 million in the hole.
Yeah.
How the hell do you come back from that?
And we don't make profit.
Yeah. How the hell you come back from that?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a blur. It's a blur. I think because your brain tries to erase it.
But you're definitely a fighter. I mean,
Oh yeah, I'm stubborn as fuck.
Yeah, and you're somebody who just doesn't take no for an answer, obviously. So it sounds to me like you found a way to channel not just
Yeah.
your energy, but also your rage, because there's definitely rage in there. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're taking shots at people at industry events, I mean, there's definitely a lot of anger going on in there, and you had to channel it somewhere. So where did you channel it?
So I used to channel it in booze.
Yeah.
And around that time, I started to stop drinking because basically I acknowledged that I had an alcohol problem. But yeah, I was like, I need to take care of that. This is the single most important thing I need to fix. And at the same time, I was back from Texas. I was doing TikTok videos every day there to document my trip.
Mm-hmm.
And my friend, who still is a triathlete, he was like, you know what? You make nice videos. You got your drone and everything. Why don't you come to this Mont Tremblant triathlon?
Mm-hmm.
I'll run there. Maybe make a video out of it. It's gonna be nice. I'm like, sure. So I go there. And going there, I actually have a panic attack, but I used to do lots of panic.
I'm surprised you didn't have a panic attack every day. It's like, wake up, panic attack. Wake up, panic attack.
Sleeping was hard.
No kidding.
So yeah, he does this event. I'm like, oh, this is nice. Like the organization is nice, the vibe, the energy is nice. And then I film it. And at the end, he comes to me. He's like all wasted. He's exhausted, and he comes to me and he hugs me and he starts crying. And that moment was really, really strong. Where I'm like, why is he crying? Why? Like, is he because he's in pain? Is it because it's over? What the hell? And I was so numb in that part of my life. Like, I was drinking every day and all of this shit. And like we're coming up to this event, but I was in this part of my life where I was numb most of the time, and I was like, this guy felt something. I feel like I need to have this feeling he's got after that race, and from that time on, he was like, yo, you should
stop being fat as fuck.
Yeah, he said you should try it out. You should try it out. And there's this race in September. So this was in June. It was like, there was this race in September. It's a sprint race, a sprint triathlon. It's going to take you like an hour and a half. Just do it. I'm like, I don't even know how to swim. How am I going to do a triathlon? I can't even run. I'm fat and I'm smoking, you know. And then I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I started starting to swim because it's easy to swim when you're fat because you're buoyant. And
I just gotta breathe. As long as I can breathe,
so
I'm
I didn't
okay.
have a bike. I got a bike. I got into swimming, a little bit of running. I did my first sprint triathlon. And, you know, instead of drinking every day now, I was working out. I went to the gym, I started swimming, then running, and then biking. And I got into the a triathlon club. And I started, you know, being like, you know what? I was like, okay, maybe I will start drinking again someday, or I was having a drink once in a while, but like not every day as I used to. And like, and then I was like, I don't want to drink anymore because I have to train tomorrow. And there's this training tomorrow. I don't want to be hangover. So it's kind of kept me out of the booze thing, doing that training, and you know, having more and more training, you get more mental clarity, and you know, we all know that exercise is good for you. So basically,
Now you do.
oh yeah, I didn't care before. So basically, I went from that to started like trying to understand more about sports, how to lose weight, have a better diet, and it was like, how can I say that? It was keeping me out of thinking about how bad things were. Because I could clear my mind, I could think about something else. And at the same time, we did some more layoffs and more stuff we restructured, and we did that pivot with the search engine things. And we started turning things around. And, you know, it's like every day was a little step to be a better person. And basically, this is how I went through all of this. And eventually I felt bad if I didn't work out. And I didn't feel good inside.
Well, you switched the addiction.
Yes. So, and I'm clearly addicted to sports, to be honest.
Yeah, I get it.
I'm an addicted person.
I get it. But I mean, if you're going to be addicted, use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
I mean, get addicted to something that's positive. I mean,
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I don't believe any addiction is good, because there's plenty of people in the hospital because they're overtraining, or they're taking too much whatever so that they can stay, you know, at a high performance level and all the rest of that. I mean, there's a downside to that too. I mean, it's not, you know, but if you're going to make a choice between being addicted to going to the gym and being addicted to a bottle, I mean, I think going to the gym is probably a better option.
It is. And basically what happened is that I started this quest of me, because my father was sick. You know, money was not flowing, but we managed to get the money to pay back the mortgage of the chalet. We did, you know, put in some RIER in all kind of we managed it. My partner managed most of it because he's more of the money guy. But yeah, he managed the hell out of it, to be honest, and he got us on the right track, because I was.
Sounds like you owe him a lot.
Oh, I owe him. I owe this guy my life.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
And I tell him all the time, like, he's my family, you know, and I'm really lucky to have a partner that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that. I mean, we know, look, you know, in whenever you read a book about this kind of stuff, you know, they say that we are the average of the 5 people we hang around the most.
Yeah.
I mean, take it with a grain of salt. I mean, I don't know about the details about in terms of the numbers, but I mean, birds of a feather flock together. Did you have a bunch of people around you when you were, like, you know, going through the shit and you were being an asshole with yourself? Did you have a bunch of people around you who were just kind of supporting that, or were you just doing it all on your own?
I mean, I had party buddies.
Okay. To the leeches?
No, it's not that. It's more like I would hang out with people just to go and drink.
So they were in the same mind space as you. They were like, party, we got money, let's blow it, let's have fun. And okay, I got you.
Exactly. But my partner was never like this. It was always more of the, you know, more
the straight guy.
Down. Yeah, a straight guy. He would tell me, like, stop doing that shit. I'm like, I don't care, you know. But you know, it's a good, like, this. I owe him my whole life, this guy, because he put up to it, you know.
He put up with it.
With it, yeah.
Okay, so all right, so now you're hanging out with a different gang of people, because
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
because folks who do triathlons, you know, they're not the same folks
Oh,
as
no.
the ones that are hanging out at clubs and partying and all night and drinking and you know, boozing it up
Yeah.
and all the rest of it. So I guess the point I'm trying to make here is when we talk about, you know, giving advice to
Yeah.
to folks who are going through the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, changing up your friends is a big part of it.
It arrived naturally. You know, you stop going out. You don't get invited anymore. You
Yeah.
start going into triathlon clubs. You start hanging out with these people. It's not like it was a deliberate choice.
Well, it was a deliberate choice to change your lifestyle.
Yes, but changing like my surrounding was
Yeah, it's not
natural.
like you had to have like a come to Jesus meeting with your
Yeah.
drinking buddies. Say, guys,
Exactly.
I'm out.
This
you know?
is out. I'm. You know, it's not like I was like I'm breaking up with you guys. You know, it just happened.
I get you.
And you know, you're talking about learnings. The thing that the most valuable lesson I get from this, because we're talking about this is in the span of a year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a hell of a year.
It's a year. And like I started knowing, like, people were telling me about David Goggins and all of these guys and Andrew Huberman, and they had a podcast together where they were talking about the mid-circular cortex, which is a part of the brain that activates when you do hard stuff you don't want to do, especially like physical stuff, moving when you don't want to move, or when you resist eating the candy or something. This part activates, and it's really active in athletes, in people doing diets, and with people that live a really long life. So they kind of map this part of the brain to say this is the map where the willpower happens. And I hear this podcast while I'm doing like the training, I'm starting to lose weight and everything. And I hear this podcast and I'm like, you know, that's weird. Let's try it out. So I'm like, what is something that I really hate doing physically? And it was in the pool where we would train with, it's called a kickboard. You would hold the board and kick your legs. And I was so bad at it, I would actually go back instead of going forward. So I was like, you know what?
must be
I'll
fun.
try this hard thing stuff. Because I was actually kind of feeling some part of what they were talking about, but I wasn't really like super hardcore into hard things yet.
Well,
No.
you did that sprint thing
Yeah,
already.
but it was kind of easy. Well, it was not easy. What I mean is that I was in that time maybe training 4 days a week. I did that race. It's a sprint, but I did it like super slowly. I redid that race last year, and it was another thing. You know, the first time I did it, it was in like 4 hours.
So it wasn't a sprint; it was more like a stroll.
It was a yeah, exactly.
fast
It
stroll.
was supposed to be a sprint, but I walked it. You know what I mean? But I still finished it. I was proud of it.
Yeah.
But what I mean is that I was taking it slow. I mean, I wasn't an athlete back then, because I consider myself.
But at least you
an athlete now.
decided to do it. I mean, it would have been
Yes.
easy for you to just say, "Yeah, that's not for me."
Yeah. But I did it and I felt good, and then I got into
It got
that
you
rabbit
started,
hole.
yeah.
Yes. And when I got into that rabbit hole, I started looking out on ways to improve, get faster, and everything. And that's where I saw this podcast of David Goggins and Andrew Huberman. I think every human being should watch that podcast.
Big shout out to those guys. I
Yes.
mean, I think they're doing great work.
Yes, it's amazing. This single podcast changed my life forever after that. Because they said basically when you do hard stuff, you will get more willpower, which makes sense when you think about it. But-
Willpower is a muscle.
yes. And like I was like, let me try this willpower thing. So I did that. I was like, as I said, what is the worst physical thing I like to do? It's kickboarding in the pool. So I'm like, we usually do like 200 meters when we do the reps or the drills. And I was like, I'm going to do 1.5 kilometers.
Wow.
So basically almost 10 times it. Not quite, but. So I'm like, I'm going to do 1.5 kilometers to see how it goes. And man, it took me 1.5 hours. It was painful. I hated it. Like every way in the every
lane, every lap.
lap was a nightmare. I felt like I was in prison, but I was like, you know what? I said I'm gonna do it. I'm pushing through it. And when I'm finally done with it, I text my friends. I'm like, I just did 1.5 kilometers of kickboards. They're like, what the fuck are you? Why? Why? Why would you even do that? And I'm like, I don't know, man. And I get
It was
home.
for my anterior singlet.
Yeah, I didn't tell, man. I was just kind of bragging about it, you know. And like I come home, and man, there's laundry on the bed. I start folding it. I get the trash out. There are all these papers, these admin stuff I need to take care of. I take care of it all, and I'm like, wow. And I'm not thinking about it. And I realize after doing it, I'm like, wow, that willpower thing is really working, because in my head I was just like, I'm just gonna do this hard thing and that's it. But then, like a robot, I actually got stuff done after that. And this is like the most single important thing that changed my whole life.
You tapped into that power.
Yes. And now, from that day, I was like, every day, every single day I live, I will do a shitty thing, something hard that will make me be in that state of mind that get the shit done and take care of business. Because I was never getting shit done. I was always like avoiding stuff all the time. And when I came back home this day, I was facing everything I need. It's stupid. It's laundry. It's paying bills. It's stupid, but I wasn't doing it.
Okay, so I think we need to break this down, because I think people need to understand that this is not a freak thing. Like, this isn't. It's not like, a bolt of lightning hit you in the head or something like that.
No.
Because, the idea of hard things, make you better, has been around since I think human beings learned how to talk to each other. I mean, I can cite ancient Greek, philosophers who talk about that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not new, is what I'm saying. But I think what we need to make people understand on this podcast is that it's a process.
Yeah.
You don't have to climb Everest to get it. You could just spend a freaking hour in the pool and get it. I mean, people take drugs to get that same effect, but they don't realize that all the drugs are in here. Mm-hmm. Like, all the drugs we need are in here. Our brain can manufacture all the drugs we need.
Yeah.
We just need to do the things to allow our brains to release those drugs.
And it's interesting because it's exactly that. The way I see it is nature, life, whatever, will always balance itself. Always. You do something wrong, something wrong happens, something good will happen after that. Everything balances out
Yin and
all
yang.
the time. So if you do easy things, life will get hard. If you do hard things, life will get easier. And it's really something that is anchored into me. It's like, even your brain, the chemicals are going to balance themselves. If you take drugs, you're going to feel like shit after that, because the brain is balancing the serotonin and all these stuff happening in your brain.
Yeah.
And if you do hard things, then your brain's is gonna reward you with feeling good chemicals.
Yeah.
That will actually make you feel good. And from now on, it's like, I don't get the things that make me feel good from outside sources. I get the things that make me good from inside sources, my own chemicals, by doing hard things.
Yeah.
And that thing is right for physical things, but it's also right for anything. It's like doing a hard task.
Yeah.
Doing a hard
learning a new thing.
Having a hard conversation.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about doing the hard thing first, then the good thing will come. And also being constantly in the state of mind of doing hard things when the shit hit the fans.
Yeah.
When the hard stuff really happens to you and you don't control it, you're used to be in shit. You're used to do hard stuff all the time. And that's one of the thing that was the hardest for me in the period where shit went wrong in my life, is that I wasn't used to be in the hard situation.
Yeah, you've never been punched in the face before.
No, never. Life was easy.
Yeah.
And when life is easy, when life gets hard, it's harder. But when life is constantly a little bit hard, because you put yourself into hard, discipline and hard work and all of this stuff. When the actual hard stuff happens, you have tools, man. You know how to use it. Like, my dad died this summer, and I mean, it was a hard time. But if my dad died when I was broken before. The way in the state of mind I was like 2 years before.
Might have
Man,
been really bad.
Really, really bad. But now, man, I'm ready to face. It's like bring it on, man. I got an armor in my mind, basically.
Yeah. I remember when we were talking on the phone, and behind you on a shelf, there was like a bunch of medals hanging behind you. And there were quite a few. Maybe we'll get a picture of it and we can put it up for people to see. What is it going to take for you to, like, do you think you'll ever go back to something like to where you were before? Like, what is it going to take to keep you from going back to that? Because you said you're addicted, and you said that your family is addicted. So maybe you have an addictive personality.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, I mean, it's like when I talk to people who, about addiction. People know I used to be a minister, a Christian minister, and this idea that once you're an addict, you're always an addict. So how are you going to keep yourself out of that hole that you were in before?
As long as I'm scared to go back to it. I feel like there's always a little demon here in the back of on my shoulder. And it's like if every day I'm doing something hard, I'm keeping that demon away. And I was having this talk with my girlfriend, like in that life transition. And I was like, oh, I don't want to go work out. I want to eat McDonald's instead. And
did you like slap you in the head or something?
No, au contraire. No, she didn't. She was like, yeah, you're working out all the time. You go treat yourself.
Uh-oh.
And I snapped. I was not snapped in a violent way, but I was like, it shocked me that she said that to me because I was actually expecting her to tell me not to do it, like to shut the fuck up and go.
I get you.
Go to the gym.
I get you.
And I looked at her and I'm like, don't you ever say that to me ever again. And that's when I told her about this little demon because she didn't know about it.
I'm
like, there's this little demon.
That I understand then.
There's this little demon there that is always telling me like you should not.
Yeah, she was trying to be nice to you.
Yeah, you should not. This demon is always like don't go work out today. It's fine. Or maybe you could go out and have a drink, or maybe go eat some McDonald's or whatever. It's always there, but it's like I found a way to fight it, and through doing hard things and through doing now I work out 6 days a week. Well, not now because I got a vasectomy last week, but maybe we can put that out. But now, and I almost went crazy, seriously, because because I'm working a lot, and the only way to regulate my pressured life is to actually go out and do sports.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it anymore.
You got to let the energy out somehow.
So for this week, man, I'm eating like shit for a week. And you know what? I mean, my program's getting back next week, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting back into the program, but it's like, it's hard for me, like not having sports to. I need something to binge on. Have you put
mechanisms around you? Like, do you have things around you to support you? Like, we talk to people and we say, listen, you gotta put friends around you. You gotta put situations around you. You gotta set things up around you in your life.
Yeah.
So that, because everyone has weak times. I mean, everyone goes through tough times. And I find people who are really successful, they have something built into their life that will keep them. Like, some people are in masterminds. Some people are, they join certain clubs and things where they just have to show up. They have to be there. Yeah. Or they've got accountability partners, like they got to show up to a meeting and, and they say.
It's my actual partner.
Okay.
My partner, JP, my business partner, it's like, I never want to, how do you say that? Like,
let him down?
Let him down ever. And it's like it keeps me in track.
Okay. Now you're listening to him.
Yeah, now I am, and not all the time, but it's like, and we did triathlon together. We did an Ironman together.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, he's my accountability partner. Plus, I'm in the EO. It's
I know who they are.
Organization.
Yep. Shout out to those guys. They do a great job.
Amazing. I love that, and it helps me doing. What I love about this is that once a month you attend a forum with the same members all the time, and you have to to share the most deep things that happened to you in the last month, business-wise, family-wise, and personal-wise. And you can't just tell like public.
Yeah, you
stuff.
can't BS those guys. I
It's
mean,
like
they all.
how you feel about stuff, what you're going through, and everything. And this helped me a lot about being, well, first of all, grateful when times go good, but also being able to do some introspection of what happened in the last month, how I felt about certain things, and how I want to go and move forward. And this helped me a lot to keep my business together. But yeah, basically, it's like having the right people around you, people.
Yeah, you can't do it alone. I mean,
No.
I was at a conference not that long ago, post COVID, and they were saying that entrepreneurs are 5 times more likely to commit suicide than the average person.
I mean, there's a lot on our shoulders, man.
Yeah, and I really can't stress enough. You don't have to be a multi-million-dollar business to invest in yourself. I mean, take a karate class, take a swim class, take a yoga class. I mean, join Toastmasters. There's a lot of things that you can do to put yourself in a situation where you got to be somewhere every week, and the people are counting on you to be there, and they're expecting you to show up. Like, not just show up and warm a chair, but show up and do something and perform, like, and help the team, like help the group.
Yeah.
And it can't be about your business. It can't be about it's putting money in your pocket. It's got to be about you're doing it to help you, but also to help other people.
Yeah.
Like you're helping yourself, but you're supporting other people at the same time. There's got to be. I don't believe that successful people can be successful without doing that. I mean, they might be successful for a short period of time, kind of like you were, but it doesn't last.
No.
Something inevitably happens, like you get that punch in the face, and without having that support structure around you, you fall apart.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the way I see it is that, and this whole thing made me change the way I see money too. Mm-hmm. Like, money used to be the goal, and once you have enough money, you understand that it's not, but you got to kind of go through it to understand
get there.
that.
Yeah.
That's why poor people are like, fuck rich people. They say that money is not important, but fuck them. But, I mean, it's kind of true. It's like, when you have enough money to cover your needs and basic needs and everything and buy whatever you want, you understand that it's bullshit.
Yeah. But both things are bullshit. Yeah. I mean, being ego-driven to be poor, like, when I was a minister in the Jehovah's Witness world, I mean, we were telling people all over the place, oh, money's bad, money's bad, money's bad. But that's bullshit too.
Yeah.
I mean, both things are bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean,
you need enough money to cover your needs and be like happy, like not stressing about bills and everything. But then you need to be
It's not about the money. It's about what you're doing with the money.
Exactly.
And it's about why you are doing it with the money. Like, if you're doing nothing with nothing, it's zero.
Yes.
You got nothing.
Exactly.
But if you're doing something with even the little that you have, that's the reason. That's the goal.
And that's where I was going to, because I realized one of the things that I love most about having a business is like having people earning good wages, being able to pay off mortgage, putting food on the table because of a project that we do collectively.
Yeah.
And to me, this is fucking amazing.
But that's fundamental.
I used to fathom, I was like, how am I, when I used to work in a factory, and I was like, how am I ever going to have enough money to pay for my own salary? And now we have enough money to pay for multiple dozens of people's salaries. But the thing is that you can't take that for granted. And like, that money is like, we need profits to be able to hire more people.
And I bet you're protecting those profits a hell of a lot more than you were
Oh
before.
man, this is crazy. The amount of stuff that I learned on how to manage a business, and being in EO also, like in my forum, when we started to turn things around, one of the former member was like, what's your cost per hour? And I'm like, I don't know, maybe $100. And he's like, you don't know your cost per hour? I'm like, I don't know,
You better learn it.
And he's like, what the fuck are you doing? You have a service business, you charge per hour, and you don't even know what your cost is? What the fuck? And I was like, oh man, he's right. And then I started learning about it and then getting the right tools in place and everything. And like a month later, we had this tool where we know exactly, like, for every client, every employee, how much we make and everything. So it's like, if I didn't have this guy in that group asking me this question and being real about it, not being like, oh, good luck, have a good day. It was like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
He was looking out for me. And I was like, yeah. And this conversation is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars.
It could be worth survival.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think it's super important that we have to stress this fact. I know this vast majority of entrepreneurs, are small business owners. I mean, we're talking people who are doing, less than $2 million of gross sales, a year. And that's like a vast majority of businesses in Canada. And I think a lot of them, they think that I'm too small for that. I don't need to worry about that. I just need to make X amount of sales. And as long as I make X amount of sales, I'll be okay. What do you say to those types of entrepreneurs? Because I think that it's such an epidemic out there.
I don't want to judge. Because what I think about is judgy as fuck. I think deep down, I think it's a lack of vision. But I mean,
that's not judgmental.
But I mean, yes. I mean, why don't they have vision? They should.
That's judgmental.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm telling.
Okay. So vision, I agree 100%. And
we didn't have any vision either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something that you develop and that you need to work on.
But I guess what I want to really zero in on is this: get to understand your numbers. Like, get to understand like where the money is, not just where the money is coming from, but where it's going and how it's going, and understanding the relationship between your costs and your price, like your price of your goods and services and your costs associated with delivering those goods and services.
And there's so many factors, because we're talking about like how you can make any number look good.
Yeah.
And I could have a client that's super profitable, but not enough client for one person that does the actual work. Mm-hmm. So like every client is profitable, but I have too much staff or too much overhead stuff or staff or whatever. Yeah. Plus, if you have like subcontractors, then like how do you actually take all of your overhead costs and pass them down to like the subcontractors? Because we used to look at subcontractors and be like, oh yeah, well, they're 100% profit, but they're not. You know what I mean? We were like, okay, well, all of the overhead cost is split with all of our production employees, and all of the subcontractors, they're 100% billable. And then you look at it like that, and then you're like, well, none of our employees are profitable, but all of the subcontractors are. So let's fire all of the employees and only get subcontractors, and then now the overhead cost is where? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like knowing
that's delusion.
Yes.
That's just delusion.
But for us, it was lack of experience.
Yeah.
And I mean, we're two guys that didn't go to school for long. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And when the money's coming in fast and furious, you got to get that feeling like you're invincible. Like, we're bulletproof. Nothing can go wrong.
We got it. We
all these other guys that are worried about their numbers. Yeah. They're idiots.
Why are they doing that?
Yeah.
What a waste of time.
Yeah. Nick, this has been an amazing conversation. We got to wrap it up. But I really want to hand it to you for being so open and honest about your journey. I mean, it's not easy. I know it's not easy to talk about these things. I mean, yeah, it's great you're on the flip side and things are doing well for you now. But you acknowledge that you're just a few bad days or a few bad weeks away from going right back to that bullshit life that you had, and you're conscious of that fact. And I hear it. I hear it in your voice. I can see it in your face. And I think that people who listen to this podcast who might be where you were, I hope that when they hear this podcast, that they'll realize that they can change too. Like you could change, they could change. And it doesn't take, like I said, it doesn't take climbing Mount Everest. It just takes a few steps, a few tough steps.
Consistency.
Yeah, and put people around you. Put people around you and put things around you that will support you to stay on your journey. Yeah, everyone slips up from time to time, but that's when you need those people around you who will, give you that kick in the ass and say, hey, whoa, you're not going back. You're not going back to that. You're staying on this.
Yeah.
So congratulations. You've done an amazing job. I'm sure that your employees appreciate it, and I'm sure that your family appreciates it, and you're in a position now where you can actually lead like a boss. I mean, you can be brave, but brave enough to tell the truth to yourself, and brave enough to tell the truth to your people. And I think we need more leaders like you.
Thank you so much.
Everybody, I hope you got a lot of value from this show. Please like and subscribe and share this with other entrepreneurs that you know. Together, we can get the word out and help as many entrepreneurs as possible lead like a boss. Take care and see you next time.